Hi folks, got a little banjo lesson for you today, and we're going to talk about adding some triplets to your playing, which can really dress them up. A quick example would be, instead of your typical kickoff, okay, you can play a triplet to start with. Okay, that same idea can be moved to your up the neck break. Instead of, you can go. Okay, and you can also do some other triplets down here I'm going to show you with just hammering on. Okay, and also we'll point out to you another triplet that you probably already do. And we're going to talk about the song Fireball Mail a little bit to use some of these. So in a nutshell, what a triplet is, if you're in 4/4 time, instead of playing one beat for a quarter note, okay, we're talking about quarter notes here, instead of playing one note, you play three over that same length of time. Okay, so it sounds really crazy, but it actually works out pretty well for a banjo, really, because you can just do a da-da-da-da, and you can do a thumb, index, middle, little forward roll there, and that kind of gives you a little flash, and then you're still in time, you can come back and hit the thumb again. All right, so what does that sound like? And the hardest part probably is getting the timing of it right, and getting you're so used to getting locked in with dun 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 dun, dun, and then you've got to go da 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 dun. So just going to point out some things to you here. So as far as the timing goes, let's say you're going dun 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 dun. Here's a triplet. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, so this is still going at the same time. So all the other notes you usually hit are there. You're just adding in two extra ones to go along with it to create that triplet. All right, so here is the first one, and it's down the neck, your typical kickoff. Okay, so now we're going to, for that first beat, we're going to do a forward roll, and we're going to do 4, which is your open fourth, which you normally play, and we're going to roll really quickly and hit the 3rd string open and 1st string open, and come back to the 4th. That's probably the best way to practice if you just want to practice a little bit. Is instead of okay, it's not really that difficult, and just ask just a little bit. Make somebody's ears perk up a little bit. I think you need to be careful playing tons and tons of triplets all over the place, because it really fills up your playing. And in my opinion, at least when I try to do it, to my ears, it sounds like it gets too busy. But it is definitely one of those ornaments, as John Bolding likes to call them, that you want to have in your toolbox to go along with pull-offs and slides and hammer-ons and all that other stuff. Is you can pull out a triplet sometimes. Okay, check out another video. I did a little triplet ending. That was pretty cool. Okay, that's a cool one. But let's go back to that. Okay, you can do the same thing up the neck, which I actually really like. I'm going to show you a couple other things you can do with that, because to me, you're going along, and then you get your second break, and you're playing it up the neck, and you go. To me, it just needs a little something extra. Okay, so we're at the Sally Gooden position here. Hopefully you already know this position, and you notice the same kickoff is pretty much down, up an octave. So you're up here. Okay, so you can do the same little roll, except now you're going to be on the 3rd string, 2nd string, 1st string, and not the 4th. So instead of triplet, triplet, more thing you can do is you can slide into the second string if you want. So you start adding all those slides and hammer-ons and pull-offs, it really starts to fill up your playing. Okay, and so hopefully you can catch on to that one. One other thing I saw somebody else do, Richie Dotson, so a great luthier from Virginia, he was demonstrating a pre-war original RB1 that I'm a little bit in love with. But anyway, he's playing Fireball Mail, and that's kind of where I got this idea, is listening to his style. He plays a lot of triplets, but he was going along playing Fireball Mail. And he slid into it. So he's doing the same triplet. I missed my slide, but it goes. So you already have your fingers in the position there. I thought it sounded really cool. That really made my ears perk up. So there's a couple of places you can use triplets. I want to talk about one more, and that is the idea of a hammer-on the fourth string to the second fret. So think about Fireball Mail there. Usually just go. So instead of doing that, what you can do is hammer on that note. So instead of going, you're hammering on, and then you're going to the first string open. Okay, so the first note of your triplet, if you will, is actually the open, and then you're doing the hammer on, it's the second note, and then the first string open is the third note. So, okay, and you can also do the same thing if you're coming back and doing that hammer on and ending on the third string open. So, okay, so that time I went to the fourth string, and then I can move it a little bit and play it in a different place. Okay, so you start hearing the triplets, and you can start playing them. And if you haven't figured this out, you already play it on Fireball Mail when you do the pull off on the right there. So. I can play it in the right speed there. That's really a triplet anyway. Da 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 da. So lots of places you can play them there, and if you can recognize that and listen to places where, if you normally have a quarter note, you might can figure out a way to do a triplet. So either by doing a quick forward roll there with your thumb, index, middle, or doing some kind of hammer-on, pull-off kind of deal, you can figure out ways to put triplets into your playing. So I hope that helped a little bit. Let's play a little bit Fireball Mail here and see what it sounds like. There you go, mistakes and out of tune and all that good stuff. All right, see you next time.